My guest in the Nimataion today is Lua Valentia, and together we are spinning a yarn. Lua, you're a
Hello.
witch. Hello. A witch, a chaos magician, a student of metaphysics, and you're joining us from Melbourne, Australia today, from the other end of the world. Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Vielen Dank.
So, Lua, what has been your favorite story in your childhood?
So today I'm sharing the story of Guaraná, the greatest symbol of Brazil. And it's also a soft drink, a very famous soft drink. Have you tried Guaraná before?
Oh, yes, I love it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So the story goes that in the indigenous community in Brazil, there were a couple and they couldn't have a child. So the mother, she prayed for the gods, one of the gods called Tupã, which is a Brazilian god, for her fertility. And one day she had a little boy, and the boy, he was the happiness of the tribe. He was a very cute boy, but also he had great energy, and he brought so much joy for the tribe and vitality and hope and all uh, good related to masculine powers. But unfortunately, when you have too much light, you also attract darkness. And a very dark spirit, a very evil spirit, one may say, saw the boy and got really jealous of his light, his vitality, his powers, the way that he would be happy and help everyone. And he wanted to steal it from the boy by killing the boy. So one day, when the boy was just at the forest, the Amazon, this entity came and killed the boy. And again, the mother, who was very kind, she prayed again to Tupã to bring this vitality back to the boy. Unfortunately, Tupã couldn't bring the boy back to life because it's against the rules, although Christ came back. But anyways, so so instead of bringing the boy to life, he grew a new fruit, a guarana fruit, which, if you look at it, it resembles eyes because it grew from the eyes of the boy. So that's why guarana is related to vitality. And actually, I don't know if you noticed this, but if you drink guarana, you actually start feeling happier.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
happy drink. You know what I mean? And I think it's related to Brazil's happiness because even though there are lots of problems in Brazil, violence, difficulties, poverty, even, Brazilian people is very well known to be happy. We are known for our vitality and happiness, and it has to do with Guaraná.
Beautiful. I love these stories about how plants came into being and what their personality is, and
Exactly.
it's like you can remember what the healing properties of plants are or whatever by telling their stories, and you just did so.
Yes, absolutely. And I also think it's a very important story and message because it reminds me that sometimes people want to destroy this light in us. But if you know how to transmute this light, an idea cannot be killed. So you see, they killed the little boy, but the little boy reborn as a plant that's adored and a symbol of a whole country. So it's a very important message. And to those listening to us, never let your light be killed by anyone. Always transmutate all the hate, all the pessimism into something better because we all can do better.
Oh, yes. Um, and if the boy would have lived his life, he would have been the light of his people, but he would have died someday. And so now, being transmuted into this plant spirit, he is not only the symbol of Brazil, he is enjoyed all over the world, and it just goes on.
Yeah, that's very true. That's how you become a myth.
Yes, yes. Do you incorporate Guana in your own magical practices? Do you work with the plant?
Absolutely, absolutely. I love Guaraná. So when I'm feeling a little bit down, I just, sometimes I offer Guaraná. In Brazil, it's customary to work with children spirits in Umbanda and Kimbanda, and you offer them lollies and Guaraná and some sweets, and they perform you certain tasks. And so I do love working with Guaraná, and everyone should try it for vitality, for fertility, for happiness. It is great to work with this paradigm.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So you work it in as an offering mainly at an altar or
For me as well, for some sort of potion,
Mhm,
I see it almost as a potion,
mhm.
but also as an offering, definitely as an offering for the childlike entities or any entity that could, use a little bit of happiness and to be cheered.
And I I love how the energy or the quality of this spirit transmits just by hearing your words and your love for it. I feel happier myself now.
Ah, that's great. That's great. Another thing that brings happiness as well, and it's very South American. Actually, two things, two tips for you listening to us right now. The first one is corn. That's why we love popcorn. We enjoy popcorn during um, movies. It's a very happy food. It's yellow. It is related to prosperity, happiness. So if you're feeling a little bit down, get some corn with butter and salt and eat it and try it. When you are eating it, just try to feel happy about it. Solar, it relates to the sun god. So
Mm.
if you can, you just offer it also to attract prosperity. And you can also make some dolls out of the corn hair. And these dolls can also attract prosperity. And you can leave a little little coins, and have fun just playing around with this sort of magic. And another thing that is very South American and everyone can enjoy is hot chocolate. Uh,
Of course.
cacao. There is a ceremonial grade cacao. Have you ever been to a ceremony?
Yes, yeah. It's been all the
Oh, how
rage here
lovely.
in the last years. So nearly everybody offers cocoa ceremonies and it's very popular.
How lovely. It's very popular now. Really?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always been popular or lately?
I think in the last maybe 6 to 7 years, it's yeah.
I think South Americans are just moving abroad and taking our taking our rituals abroad. I think that would be the case, but it's great. So a little bit of guarana, a little bit of of hot chocolate, guarana during summer, hot chocolate during winter, and corn. The three things are gonna make you happier, I promise you.
I'm just wondering. I'm not sure about cocoa, but correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there also a myth connected to corn about a dying and resurrected God?
Oh, I think so, but I'll have to research more because right now I'm not. I think so. I think I heard it as well. But this myth of gods being resurrected somehow, but as plants,
Yes, yes.
not anyways, as plants, usually as plants,
Mhm.
is a very common thing, especially in South America.
Yeah, yeah. So I have to look it up afterwards about Coco, but because you tie them together in this sort of bringing happiness and light into your soul and body. So maybe they are connected to this process of dying and being reborn.
That's
That would
very
be
true. That's a lovely statement. Let's research.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. And so it also would show us that you can't deny the pain of uh, dying or all of that, but it has to be incorporated. It has to be part of the whole in order to live a good life.
Yes, we have to plant the seed. And another thing, it connects as well with the myth of the underworld.
Hmm.
Because if you think about it, where are the precious stones? They are underneath the earth. So you have to go deeper, have to die in order to find the stones, you know. And in the occult we see these as a dark night of the soul,
Hmm.
more of a symbolic death than rather a death per se. But it's also very important for us to go deeper into the winter and be connected with the seasons, be more pagan again, in a sense, connected to the sun, to the moon, to the soil and the seasons, and especially not to accept the winter of the soul, but to understand it with no judgment, because dying is hard, and sometimes we try to make something logical, but it is not. It is a process, and I mean the symbolic part of dying and reborning as a different self, more evolved, transmuted, as Guaraná was transmuted, as corn was transmuted,
Yeah.
an alchemist of sorts.
Yes. Yes. And that is what story does to us. It transmutates us, and you helped us on this day, Lua. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your love and your happiness.
Vielen Dank, freut mich.
I'm looking forward to talk with you again soon. Have a great day.
Me too.
Bye
Bis
bye.
bald.
The world is
Tschüss.
magical.